Welcome back to another episode of Crazy Craft SMP. Today's going to be a bit different. We're going to mostly be focusing on building. I got a good idea for a radio station because in this mod pack there is I think it's a simple radio mod, which means with like proximity chat you can use a radio and like have radio stations. So I think that's pretty sick. Also, I did a bit of off-camera exploring and found this, an Illuminati pet. It gives me a random item every minute if I click on it, but it has to be fed emerald nuggets. So I just got a white bed, but it could be anything. Like earlier, I tried it and I got this, which is a really good hoe. Does a 11.2 attack damage, 1 attack speed. So I'm going to have to do some mining, get the resources, then start the build. I need a beehive to get wax so I can wax the copper. So instead of farming bees, I can use the Mr. Craze furniture mod to cut up the wax on a chopping board, I think. And with these structures, they're luckily made of beehive. So I'm gonna get mining. Anyway, the plan is to sort of have like a old like satellite dish kind of radio station thing. So I'm gonna do sandstone and like copper, like weathered copper, and then have an actual dish that's like pointing out. So now I've got a honeycomb block, and I've also got this knife and chopping board, so I should be able to just right click, yeah, and get 4 honeycomb, which makes it really easy for getting honeycomb. Right, so now I've got about a stack, should be enough. Now I need to make a composter to make the weathering station. I've got my sink here as well, so it should be quite easy to just make quite a lot of wax. I've made the weathering station, so I should just be able to put copper blocks in here. And hopefully they should just oxidize, but I'm not sure how long that will take. Oh, first one's done, so about 5 seconds. I'm going to need to get at least weathered. Now wait for these copper blocks to oxidize. I'm going to replace some of these windows with scaffolding. I finally found some bamboo earlier. Personally, I think scaffolding works best for all windows, unless it's like a modern building. But for old stuff like this, it's a really good, nice look. So from the outside, I think it looks quite nice with the scaffolding instead of the jungle fences, because they're just there for a placeholder anyway. I think this copper is probably going to take quite a while to oxidize, so I'm probably going to go get some sand. Hello? What? 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 Right, so I think I'm going to get started now on the actual sort of build. It's going to be like an old kind of run down little Radio Shack type thing. Probably like a satellite dish on the roof. So far I think it's looking quite nice. I'm probably going to put some deep slate or maybe like blackstone roof with a chiseled mod. So change the texture of it a bit, mix it up. And I'm going to have either the actual satellite dish sticking out here or maybe on the outside with like a little podium bit with the satellite dish. I'm not really sure yet. And inside I'm going to try to do like a nice like radio booth. So yeah, I'm going to go mine some deep slate now and then do the roof. So I got back from the mining trip, got some deep slate, also got a few cool other things. First, these redstone flux crystals from Palladium mod. You can make a sound gun, vibranium it's all this like, this is all from like the superhero mod. If you want to see some of that, watch Clucking Truck, because he should be doing it. I think he might have a video out by the time I've uploaded this. In his first part, he made a suit of Iron Man armor. I've also got these plant fossils and these Mesozoic fossils, which you can use to make the encyclopedia or dinosaur DNA. which is pretty sick. You know, and get started on the roof. Cool little thing I just realized about the chisel mod is that you can kind of hover above and then hit, and whatever you've got it set to, you can replace it with. So it works quite well for texturing. Instead of having to break and replace the blocks, you can just quickly mix it up a little bit. It's going to make some little bit of cracks. Then I'm probably going to build like a little sign here that says radio using some slabs and stairs just to make it stand out a bit more. Liking the way that turned out, but I think it could do with some more support on it. I'm just not sure what to use yet. Maybe some like iron trapdoors underneath. For now, I'm going to start on the actual satellite, and then I'll probably come back to that and see what I do. For the actual satellite dish, I'm thinking chiseled andesite. This one, dotted andesite, works really well because it looks like metal. And maybe texture it a little bit with maybe some other little bits of probably just normal andesite. Just to get a bit more like roughness. That's a pretty good shape now. It is kind of large, but I think it's quite good like that. It's like using proper signal, you know, hopefully get to space or something. Now I'm going to start texturing with some andesite, try to add a bit of shading to look like it's getting hit by the sun on one side. Now it's time to add the actual antenna onto the satellite, which is pretty easy because it's just an antenna block. Bring it up. Yeah, that's looking nice. Now all that's left to do is the interior and set up the actual radio system. But so far, that's looking really nice. Plan for the interior is to make it look like kind of an old like recording studio with like a red floor, maybe some black floor for the actual like black carpet bit for the actual recording part. Now I've laid out the first part of the floor. I think the next part I'm going to use a black glazed terracotta. Quite a nice like red and black. I was using end rods just for the lighting. I haven't been to the end yet, just found them in a structure. And I'm probably going to be setting up like a wall sort of window area. Right, now it's time to actually make the things I'm going to need for the mod. I'm going to need radio smithing station to kind of change the frequency of everything and match it up. Then a radio, speakers so they can hear, microphones, transmitters and receivers. So it's going to be quite a lot of stuff right now. So I think I should pretty much have everything I need for the actual parts. So a radio, a transmitter, a speaker, a radio smithing station and a receiver. I think all I actually need in the building though should just be a transmitter, a microphone and a radio smithing station. Now I've got the microphone set up. If I just place a speaker down like that and get a bit of copper wire, and so now if I speak into this, the audio is a bit, yeah, it's because I was all the way back there. So if I go next to it and speak, see, that's getting a bit annoying. It looks like Oat is just logged in, so we should be able to do some testing in a minute, make sure this thing works, and then we'll finish up the exterior and then probably call it a day. Yeah.
Hello. Right.
Yeah, follow me. What do you think?
Oh, this is nice. An old radio. Oh shit! In the aerial as well.
Yeah.
This is very cool.
I ain't properly done the inside yet, but got a sort of idea, you know.
Oh, this is nice. You got the so you're on radio station.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Still thinking. We just croak radio.
Radio FM.
Radio FM. Nah, we don't use FM. AM only.
Croak FM. Right, so what do you want to test?
I want to test if the signal. I've got a receiver set up over here. So I want to test if the signal's actually being pumped out. Stand here and I'll talk to the mic. Just let me know if you can hear me. Yeah? Hello? You hear me? Alright, sweet. Alright, can you come switch places with me so I can show what it sounds like?
Hello?
Oh, sh.
This is Lima. Lima to Charlie. Hello?
It's not the best sounding, but yeah, I guess the job done. They'll be able to hear what I'm saying. This antenna is quite small. If someone gets a big antenna, I think the signal will be
How's the
better.
frequency sounding? Sounds like it needs a little bit of fine tuning, I imagine.
I think it's probably because of how small the antenna is over there. It's not. It's only 2 blocks tall, that one.
Yeah, you probably gotta get that shit in there. Like,
Yeah. The antenna up there is massive, so the broadcast ain't bad. It's just receiving over there.
yeah. Very nice area up here.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to make it worse though. Huh? Get it started. I think that should pretty much be the exterior done now. Might add something in the future, but I like how it is currently. Got a nice generator here. Interior. Pretty simple, but looks clean. Some texturing on the walls, a little bit of a parking space. There's the antenna. This sign, which I'm thinking of adding some supports to at some point, but currently I just can't think of anything. Got any ideas, just leave them in the comments. So on that note, I think I'm going to leave the episode there. Thanks for watching. I think we've done some pretty good progress today, and see ya.